Good afternoon and welcome to each and every one of you. Please be seated. On behalf of our Geisinger Commonwealth's Board of Directors and our board, faculty, staff, and students, I thank you for joining us for this white coat ceremony for the class of 2026, the 14th class of medical students at Geisinger Commonwealth. This ceremony is one of the great joys in our academic calendar as we cloak our incoming students into the uniform of doctoring. I'm Julie Byerly, and I am so honored to be the president and dean of this institution, and I'm just thrilled to get to be with each of you in celebration of our students. You know, many times we say, hold your applause until the end, or have formality to performances and ceremonies. I feel such joy to be here with you in this space celebrating, and I invite you to add to that joy with your applause for these students. I am pleased to welcome a class that represents our long-standing tradition of admitting many first-generation to college, rural, and other underrepresented students to medical school. We are so glad to have each and every one of you and to celebrate with your families and loved ones. Our mission is to educate physicians who will understand and serve our communities, and our admissions team has done an outstanding job of finding such students. But before we begin celebrating each student, there's some people I would like to recognize. First are the loved ones of our incoming students. Will the parents and family, loved ones and friends of the members of the class please rise and be celebrated by us and, of course, your students. Thank you for being here. I'm also pleased to welcome members of the community from this region of Pennsylvania who are with us today. Geisinger Commonwealth was founded by this community, and Geisinger Commonwealth is embraced by this community. Thank you sincerely for your support. We have many, many donors present with us today, and I certainly will not name them all, but I will call out Alan Goldstein, who I was expecting to be here today. Thank you very much. Alan, please stand. And you'll find his name in our program for his support of this event. Thank you. I would also like to recognize the commitment and dedication, of a group of very talented people with whom I have the pleasure of working. Geisinger Commonwealth's faculty and staff. Please stand and be recognized if you are on our faculty or staff team. Which includes all of you. You too, Beth. Thank you. Geisinger Health System makes our school a success, and we are so glad to have with us Dr. Ed Hartle, the Chief Medical Officer, representing the system. Dr. Hartle, please stand. Now I'll introduce the stage party. Please stand as your name is called. First, Dr. Bill Jeffries, Vice Dean for Education. Next, our speaker today, Dr. Lauren Nichols, and you will get to hear more about Dr. Nichols when she's presented as the Dr. Lester Sedman Memorial Lecturer. Next is Dr. Tanya Adonisio, Associate Dean for Student Affairs. Next, Dr. Michelle Schmude, Associate Dean for Admissions, Enrollment Management, and Financial Aid. We also have with us Irene Lim, a member of our class of 2023, who will introduce the Gold Human Society. And I'm so sorry that I neglected to name Dr. Bruce Sedman, who will introduce the Dr. Lester Sedman lecture. You'll hear from him in a minute. Dr. Mark Oloff, the Regional Associate Dean for the Central Campus. Dr. Shu Breschetti, the Regional Associate Dean for the North Campus. Dr. Julie Xanthopoulos, the Regional Associate Dean for the West Campus. Dr. James Walsh, the Regional Assistant Dean for the Guthrie Campus. And Dr. Dominic Zampino, Regional Associate Dean for the Atlantic Care Conference. Thank you each for being here with us today. These regional deans will cloak each of you, our students, with a white coat, the symbol of the professional obligation that you will bear proudly throughout your careers as physicians. You know, there never has been a more exciting time to enter the medical profession. As you enter this profession, you'll get to see and experience how vast advances in science and technology have improved diagnosis and treatment. Timeless in medicine, however, is the need to see the patient as a whole person and to demand that our practice revolve around compassionate care, demonstrating cultural humility and aspiring for justice. Work in healthcare is very challenging. First, there is the intellectual and procedural difficulty of the knowledge and skill that you will need to gain. Your schooling will be hard. If you have not failed before, you will fail sometime in the coming years. You, our students, are accustomed to being one of the smartest people in the room. You're no less smart here today, but you will not be the best. You know, there is no best in medicine or medical school. With the breadth of skills needed for doctoring, I have never seen an individual be the best at demonstrating empathy, communicating well, having medical knowledge, procedural skills, demonstrating outstanding test taking, and being the best teammate all at the same time. You be you. Individually, you each deserve to be here, and we want each of you to thrive. The classmates and educators you see around you should support and buoy you on this shared journey. You should not try to beat them. You should try to lift them up. There is plenty of work to be done to improve health and well-being, and we all need each other doing it. Welcome to our team. We promise to support you, and we ask you to support us as a good teammate. As you join this team, the big team of doctors, you will take your oath. The oath you are soon to take is unique to Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine, and it encompasses the key elements of being a great physician. That your patients will be your first concern. That you are studying for their sake. That you acknowledge your limits. That you will be gracious to your teachers and your colleagues. That in your studies and in your life, you will manifest the dignity and integrity that your future patients will expect from you. That you practice humility. In the clinical environment, the large numbers of patients demanding care at a rapid pace with inadequate resources to meet all the challenges of the social determinants of health, the tragedy of disease, and the unmet needs of the population that we together serve, that all makes it hard sometimes to maintain our optimism. At those times when it's hard, remember your oath. I encourage you to keep your oath not only in your hearts, but at a place where you can reread it at regular intervals during your journey, and to keep in mind your higher calling and your obligation to your future patients. The oath will remind you that your relationship with the patient is central to your identity as a physician. To maintain resilience and to tend to your oath, you must work to build your wellness. And to do that, we need a well community of colleagues where we treat each other with respect, and we need each one of you to tend to your own physical and mental well-being. Loved ones, we need you to help with that. We need you to care for your student, recognizing the demands of their education, but we also need you to hold them accountable to continuing to be the family member and friend you expect them to be. Today, you will don the uniform of doctoring. Eventually, doctoring will not be just a uniform, but rather it will become part of your identity. More than a uniform, your identity will be with you forever. But doctoring can be an overwhelming identity. None of us can let it be our only identity. I'm a mother, a wife, a sister, a friend, a colleague, and more. Thanks to my education, I am also a physician, a joy that I hope you will experience and love. But what I wish for you, each of you, is a life rich in meaning, with joy, serving others, in a career where you have the opportunity to blend science and service and make a difference. So now please help me welcome Irene Lynn, a member of our class of 2023, to talk with you about the Gold Humanism Society that celebrates some of these ideals I've tried to just describe. The mission of this Gold Humanism Society is to honor medical students, residents, fellows, role model physician teachers, and others who demonstrate excellence in humanistic clinical care, leadership, compassion, and dedication to service. Irene?
Thank you, Dr. Byerly. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here, and welcome to the class of 2026. I'm a fourth-year student, a member of your student council, and a representative of our Gold Humanism Honor Society. In an hour or so, you'll be taking our White Coat Pledge to place your patients at the heart of your care. The Arnold P. Gold Foundation instituted white coat ceremonies as a rite of passage for new medical students, and especially pioneered the practice of taking an oath before you begin your training rather than on your graduation. The pin you received, along with your white coat, with the Mobius logo of the Gold Foundation, symbolizes the continuous and reciprocal relationship between a patient and their care team. The Gold Humanism Honor Society chapter at GCSOM includes students nominated by their peers for modeling qualities that contribute to patient and community-centered care. I still find my white coat a weighty thing to put on, not even counting the 5 pounds of stuff I took out of my pockets this morning. To many patients, the white coat aligns us with the healthcare team, and so patients and families look to us for not only answers, but assurance. Dr. Arnold Gold said that you are only half a doctor if you know your craft, but your care is not centered around the patient. Care that centers around a patient, that sits down with the patient and listens and empathizes and explains, forms a teamwork that you are a part of even as a medical student. You are already important. However, the bulk of your White Coat Pledge asks that you consider your own person as you enter this profession. Much of the first phase of your curriculum is about gaining the knowledge and skills for the clinical space. but it is also about preparing yourself. Med school is hard. No matter your background, this will be one of the most challenging things you've ever done. However, as my mentor told me in first year, learning happens fast. You will find that your capacity to meet challenges will expand without you realizing. This is not to say that you won't find yourselves overwhelmed sometimes. Even if medical school feels like your entire life, please remember that there is always time for you and there are always people to help. You will come to know and rely on your classmates. You will have mentors, tutors, and advisors in the student body, faculty, and administration. I say this as a peer mentor and student council member. We're looking out for you. We are invested in your success. We care about your belonging. Having said all that, at the end of the day, we're here to become doctors. Today, we celebrate you for that. Take some pictures in your white coats before they get a little grubby like mine, and take pride in how hard you've worked to get here. Your patients will be lucky to have you. Welcome again, and thank you.
Thank you, Irene, for those thoughtful words. It is now my great honor and pleasure to introduce Dr. Bruce Saidman, who will tell you about the Saidman Memorial Lecture, the highlight of our annual White Coat ceremony. Dr. Saidman is a clinical associate professor of medicine. He and the entire Saidman family have been great friends of the school and longtime champions of local medical education. Like his father, Dr. Saidman exemplifies the qualities of humanism Irene described, demonstrating compassion, humility, and respect for colleagues and patients that our students would be wise to emulate. We thank him for the support and friendship he has shown our school and our students. Please help me to welcome Dr. Saidman.
Thank you. Dr. Byerly, Dr. Adnesio, Dr. Jeffries, Dr. Nichols, students, friends, family, members of the dais, thank you for this opportunity to speak on behalf of my family regarding the Lester Saidman Memorial Lecture for the White Coat Ceremony. My father's bio was really nicely done in your program, and my remarks will be brief. This really is about you. If my father were here, he would look at these newly starched white coats and say in his inimitable fashion, "I hope some of these are really large." Certainly, he did not mean this literally, but he meant it figuratively. He would want your white coat to be big enough to envelop your patients, your colleagues, your families, and loved ones. He would want your patients to have the skilled, compassionate care that your white coat symbolizes. He would want your colleagues to see the unwavering passion for continuing to improve your knowledge base, your skill set that the white coat urges you to do. And he would want your families and loved ones to understand the obligation and duties that come with this white coat. This coat represents years of commitment and hard work, but literally it is just the beginning. So on behalf of my sister Carol and her husband, Dr. David Greenwald, my brother Zeke and his wife Alana, my sister Sheila and her partner, Dr. Stephen Cafferson, and my wife Melissa, welcome. I look forward to your time here at Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine, and I hope to see you in your very large white coat tending to patients soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saidman. Today, it's my pleasure to introduce today's Saidman lecturer, Dr. Laura Nichols, who is a recipient of the 2022 School of Medicine's Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. The class of 2022 chose Dr. Nichols for her continued focus on the human experience of her palliative and hospice care patients, as well as her ability to recognize and discuss the clinical struggles in providing such care. When we were in line, I asked Dr. Nichols if there's anything important to introduce her by, and she said, well, just say local girl, blah, blah, blah. And I think that her achievements that are contained in the blah, blah, blah are quite important and epitomize the life of service that's expected of a Leonard Tao Humanism Award winner. She's a native of Scranton and attended the University of Scranton before attending Jefferson Medical College in Philadelphia, graduating in 2015. She completed her residency training in family medicine and her fellowship in palliative medicine at the University of Rochester in 2019. Dr. Nichols is currently enrolled in the nation's first palliative medicine PhD program through the University of Maryland, focusing on improving medical education in end-of-life care. She is an attending physician at Geisinger Community Medical Center in Scranton and practices palliative medicine across the lifespan from perinatal to adult. She serves on numerous educational committees within Geisinger Health System. And it doesn't say it here, but I know she's on the admissions committee and knows every single one of you from your portfolios personally. Dr. Nichols' reflective essay on providing her mother's end-of-life care was published in JAMA Oncology in 2019, and she was named one of Pennsylvania's top 40 under 40 physicians for 2021. Please help me in welcoming Dr. Lauren Nichols.
Good afternoon. You guys look great. As noted in my introduction, I am Dr. Lauren Nichols, one of the clinical attendings at Geisinger Community Medical Center here in Scranton. It has been 15 years since I last stepped foot on this very stage as a senior in high school in my final dance recital, likely also wearing tulle, but much bigger hair. So it's lovely to be back here today. I would first like to thank the Seidman family for endowing this lecture. It is an honor to be a part of this wonderful tradition. I would also like to thank the administration at Geisinger Commonwealth Medical College for the invitation to speak here today, as well as the medical students, without whom I could not do what I love every day. To the class of 2026, welcome home. Whether this is where you grew up, or if Scranton is new to you, welcome home. This valley has been home for most of my life, the only exception being medical school, residency, and fellowship. I returned home to care for the community that raised me after completing my fellowship in 2019. For those who are not familiar, palliative care is a medical specialty which focuses on a person's quality of life rather than on curing their disease. My goal is to ensure that the medical care a person receives aligns with who they are and how they want to live their lives. We also care for the patient's support system and family. My golden rule for family is that you cannot care for another unless you care for yourself. My golden rule for physicians, however, is that patients and families can make decisions we would not make for ourselves. We will return to these ideas later, but for now, I'd like to focus on your coats. Enjoy this moment of your coat being white. The original physician lab coats were a very practical black. I attended Jefferson for medical school, and there's a famous 1875 Thomas Eakins painting called The Gross Clinic, and it shows Dr. Samuel Gross operating dressed in all black. By 1889, Eakins was painting his subjects in their new white garb, a symbol of the cleanliness that was seemingly new to medicine at the time. We now gift these white coats to you. Your coats will become spotted and stained during your clinical rotations. Keeping your coat spotless is a futile task, and I encourage you to embrace the ink stains I know your overstuffed pockets will garner. No physician is perfect, which, like your coat, won't remain perfect. I tried in vain to clean this very coat of any stains for this occasion. However, I only wear my coats in the clinical setting. It has the ink of my pens, which I use to sign death certificates. It gets mascara stains on the shoulders from the hugs of bereft patients and families. It is my cloak when I am cold and my armor when I'm unsure of myself. It carries the marks of my clinical duties as much as my soul does. Much like your coat, you are not expected to be perfect. You need to be clean enough to get the job done and not spread disease. And you will likely require time out of the hospital for a cleansing, much like your coat. But I share this with you because over the next 4 years, things will get difficult. Medical school is hard, but every day I want you to remember that it is worth it. You are here because I knew you could be successful in medical school. For full disclosure, I could not even get accepted to this medical school and had to go to Philadelphia for medical school, which I like to remind Dr. Schmoody every time we're together. But you are here because we know that you will make excellent physicians. I promised we would come back to my golden rule for patients. You must care for yourselves before you can care for another. Medical school will be taxing, and you must remember to be gentle with yourself over these next 4 years. I'm going to share my story with you, not to scare you, but as an example that you are here because we know you will succeed even if you struggle. I failed anatomy my first year of medical school. It shook my confidence in myself more than I could ever quantify. I nearly failed my second course, struggled through my third, and finally hit my stride in my fourth. I passed my written re-exam the summer between first and second year and was still able to finish medical school in 4 years despite having failed an entire class. I matched into my #1 residency and from there to my #1 fellowship. I am now on faculty at the medical school in the community that I wanted to be in. And now I'm here before you speaking about what the next 4 years and your responsibilities will be. Failing one course in medical school, well, not the recommended route to take, did not define my career. Medical school will be difficult in ways that you may not be able to predict, and that's okay. Your advisors, professors, and attendings are here to help get you through it. Your struggles may be academic or they may be personal. Whichever occur, we are here to help you sort through them. Your responsibility to your future patients starts with yourself. There is a lot of talk about professional burnout, and I think a lot of it starts at the medical school level. You put an inordinate amount of pressure on yourselves. I know you do, or you wouldn't be here. But some of that pressure trickles down through the overall medical system. While not uplifting to talk about, physicians have a 2 times greater rate of suicide than the general public. So while we have an immense responsibility to our patients, we have a larger responsibility to ourselves. Remember, the #1 rule of caregiving is to care for yourself first. The rules of provider PPE in the COVID era remain in the front of my mind in regards to this. In the early part of the pandemic, medical staff were told to put on their own full protective equipment before rushing into the room of a patient who had COVID and was actively dying to begin CPR. The general thought was that if staff contracts COVID, we will have no one to care for the patients. This holds true for our mental health as well. You cannot care for patients if you are not here. For myself, I attend therapy every 2 weeks to process what I see at work and in my personal life. If something is too triggering, given my own life experiences, I ask a colleague to take that case. I have learned to set boundaries and to give myself time away to recharge. I am not here to tell you to meditate or to assign you wellness modules, but the school does have wonderful programs and the wonderful Dr. Ellison to help you. But you will also need to find the things which recharge you in whatever way you need. I feel immense satisfaction every time I clean my countertop. It's not big, but I feel my brain physically decompress each time I see a clear, sparkling counter. It's something small that I do for myself and my anxiety. So wellness follows my second rule. Patients and families can make decisions we would not make for ourselves. I would not choose to go for a run to calm my anxiety, but someone else might. Neither's better nor worse, just different. What another person needs will not be what you need. So please try to avoid comparing yourselves. It will benefit neither of you. The last few years have been especially grueling for people in the medical field, and burnout has been rampant, but every single day I love what I do, and I would not change it for anything in the world. You have likely sacrificed a lot to just get to this point, postponing traveling, not attending weddings because of an exam, or possibly more important things like missing moments with loved ones. You will have to continue to make these choices over the next 4 years. What is important will be different to every individual, and that's okay. But again, I encourage you that if something is truly deeply important, that you should do that. Today, you have been given another family. I text with my best friends from medical school every day and have since we scattered for residency in 2015. We have pulled each other through some of the hardest times in our lives and celebrated together during some of the best. As vital as it is to prioritize your own well-being, please do not leave your classmates behind. We have a professional duty to each other as physicians to see every one of us succeed. As an attending, I always stop and ask my colleagues how they are doing, and I mean it. I want to know how they are doing. Medicine is difficult and demanding. Learn to support your colleagues now, because you will need to continue doing it during your career. Remember, put the PPE on the medical staff first, or no one will be here to care for patients. Today, we welcome you into our family. Enjoy the day with your personal families and try not to spill on those shiny new coats. But if you do, we will be here with the literal or metaphorical Tide pens to clean your coat right up. Welcome to the profession of medicine, and most importantly, welcome to the Geisinger family. Thank you.
Dr. Nichols, on behalf of Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine, I wish to extend our appreciation for your inspiring remarks. Thank you for giving the Dr. Lester Seidman Memorial Lecture. And you get a plaque or a certificate. Thank you. Oops. I have more. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Michelle Schmude for the presentation of the White Coats.
Thank you, Dr. Jeffries, and thank you, Dr. Nichols, for your inspiring speech. It's my pleasure to call the students forward to receive their white coats. Presenting the white coats to the class of 2026 will be our regional campus deans, Drs. Olaf, Walsh, Shetty, Xanthopoulos, and Zampino. Will the students of the class of 2026 please stand to receive your white coats? Joseph Abuayesh comes from Danville, California, went to the University of California at Davis, and majored in biochemistry and molecular biology. Nitesh Agarwal is from Montreal, Canada, went to McGill University, and majored in physiology. Next is Jennifer Awagam. She is from Arlington, Texas, went to the University of Texas at Austin, and majored in biochemistry. Emily Allen is from Scott Township, Pennsylvania, and attended the University of Scranton, majoring in biology and foreign language. Alexandra Angelou is from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, went to Temple University, and majored in psychology. Grant Badger is from Mantorville, Minnesota, attended the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, and majored in neuroscience. Damian Balboa Cespedes is from Canyon Country, California, attended the University of California, Los Angeles, and majored in biology. Guadalupe Barco Garcia is from Port St. Lucie in Florida, attended the University of Central Florida, and majored in health sciences. Giovanni Battistini is from New Berlin, Wisconsin, attended the University of Wisconsin at Madison, and majored in neurobiology. Jennifer Beck is from Frederick, Maryland, attended Geneva College with a major in biochemistry. Princess Agachoku Valerie Mora Bernard O.T. is from Morrisville, North Carolina, attended Rice University, and majored in sports management, sports medicine, and exercise physiology. Sean Biagiotti is from East Brunswick, New Jersey, attended the University of Pittsburgh, and majored in neuroscience. Alexis Blackburn is from Moosic, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Scranton, and majored in neuroscience. Veronica Bohl is from Beaver, Pennsylvania, attended Providence College, and majored in biology and psychology. Madison Brooks is from Downingtown, Pennsylvania, went to Michigan Technological University, and majored in medical laboratory science. Thomas Burkert is from Reading, Pennsylvania, attended St. Joseph's University, and majored in chemical biology. Marina Casey is from Scranton, Pennsylvania, attended Fordham University, and majored in humanitarian studies and urban studies. Courtney Chambers is from Allentown, Pennsylvania, attended the City University of New York, Hunter College, and majored in human biology and was in the Special Honors Program. Daniel Cheston is from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pittsburgh with majors in neuroscience, Africana studies with a social sciences concentration. Jeswyn Chethlin is from Springfield, New Jersey, attended Rutgers University, New Brunswick, and majored in biological sciences. Ananth Chopra is from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, attended the Johns Hopkins University, and majored in chemistry. Ryan Clark is from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, attended the University of California, Irvine, and majored in biology. Adam David Cole is from Winfield, Pennsylvania, attended Messiah College, and majored in biology. Shane Conklin is from Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, attended Duquesne University, and majored in biology. Kristen Dennison is from Lords Valley, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Scranton, and majored in biochemistry, cell and molecular biology, and philosophy. Grace DeBilio is from Scranton, Pennsylvania, attended Fairfield University, and majored in biology. Matthew Charles Zeta is from Garnet Valley, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pittsburgh, and majored in chemistry. Maya Eicher is from Bellefonte, Pennsylvania, attended Penn State University, and majored in behavioral health. Grace Engel is from Denver, Colorado, attended the University of Colorado at Boulder, and majored in neuroscience. Camille Falkowski is from Linden, New Jersey, attended Rutgers University, New Brunswick, and majored in chemistry. Jacob Feibush is from Newtown, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Alabama, and majored in art history. Maria Saknate Figueroa is from Hendersonville, North Carolina. She attended the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and majored in economics. Sasha Gaithman is from Scranton, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pittsburgh, and majored in anthropology and natural sciences. Madison Lee Giroux is from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, attended Rutgers University, New Brunswick, and majored in psychology and biotechnology. Morgan Glasser is from Marion Center, Pennsylvania, attended Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and majored in biology. Alexander Indy Greenstone is from Altoona, Pennsylvania, attended Cornell University, and majored in biology. Dominic Gregorio is from DuBois, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pennsylvania, and majored in economics. Helen Guo is from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, attended the University of California, Berkeley, and majored in biology and public health. Bailey Hadlick is from Roseville, Minnesota, attended the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, and majored in neuroscience. Emily Hobadell is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Notre Dame, and majored in science business. Matthew Hamers is from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Maryland, College Park, and majored in public health science. Robert Ho Jin Han is from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, attended Bucknell University, and majored in biology. Emily Harrison is from Factoryville, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Scranton, and majored in biochemistry, cell and molecular biology. Nicholas Haynes is from Susquehanna, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Rochester, and majored in biology. Marina Harrell is from Carmel by the Sea, California, attended the University of Southern California, and majored in computer science. Morgan Hughes is from Boston, Massachusetts, and attended Union College with a major in biology. Justin Hunter is from Melba, Idaho, attended Utah State University, and majored in biochemistry. Trenton Husick is from Saxton, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pittsburgh, and majored in emergency medicine. Delphine Huyn is from San Francisco, California, attended Cornell University, and majored in biology and society. Lakshmi Alongo is from Winchester, Massachusetts, attended the University of Pittsburgh, and majored in health information management. Abdelmajid Ayoun is from Brumal, Pennsylvania, attended Penn State University, and majored in biomedical engineering. Gideon Johnson is from Parowan, Utah, attended Southern Utah University, and majored in philosophy and chemistry. Graham Jones is from Hershey, Pennsylvania, attended Northeastern University, and majored in biochemistry. Colleen Jordan is from Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota. She attended Creighton University and majored in psychological sciences. Rahul Joshi is from San Jose, California, attended the University of California, Berkeley, and majored in molecular and cell biology. Janani Kanagushan Durama is from Lansdale, Pennsylvania, attended Case Western Reserve University, and majored in chemical biology with a master's in public health. Mark Kupran is from Ridley Park, Pennsylvania, attended Temple University, and majored in biology. Robert Keebler is from Lidditz, Pennsylvania, attended Cornell University, and majored in biology and society. Brittany Kemp is from Sinking Spring, PA, Pennsylvania. She went to undergraduate at Penn State University and majored in biochemistry and molecular biology. Ryan Kemsky is from Newark, Delaware, attended the University of Delaware, and was part of the Medical Scholars Program with a major in biology. Jonathan P. Kerr is from Rochester Township, Pennsylvania, attended West Virginia University with a major in biology. Ara Koilian is from Glendale, California, attended the University of California, San Diego, with a major in human biology. Jisop Kim is from Tenafly, New Jersey, attended the University of California, Berkeley, with a major in molecular cellular biology. Julia P. Kusser is from Cranberry Township, attended the University of Pittsburgh, and majored in microbiology, bacteriology, and psychology. Erica Kua is from Spring Mills, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pittsburgh, and majored in molecular biology. Merle LaFleur is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, attended Temple University, and majored in bioengineering. Aiden Leguian is from Snohomish, Washington, went to the University of Washington, and majored in biochemistry. Naomi Latingua Reyes is from the Bronx, New York. She attended the City University of New York, Herbert H. Lehman College, and majored in biology. Katie Lee is from Newtown Square, Pennsylvania, attended undergraduate at Carnegie Mellon University with a major in chemistry. Kristen Lickner is from Southampton, Pennsylvania, attended Penn State University with a major in biology. Kevin James Lynch is from Sarver, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pittsburgh and majored in bioengineering. Julia Marchione is from Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania, attended Bloomsburg University of Pennsylvania and majored in biochemistry. Andrea Melissa Martinez is from Binghamton, New York, attended the State University of New York at Binghamton with a major in biology. Tomas Martinez Granada is from Alameda, California. He attended the University of California at Los Angeles and majored in psychobiology. John McDonald is from Owego, New York. He attended the State University of New York at Binghamton with a major in biology. Erjan Mayan is from Westchester, Pennsylvania, attended Drexel University and majored in biological sciences. Eric Miller is from Robsonia, Pennsylvania, attended Alvernia University and majored in biochemistry. Reva Muloth is from Clark Summit, Pennsylvania, attended Wilkes University and majored in neuroscience. Abigail Norwillow is from Duryea, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pittsburgh and majored in biology. Isabella Ortiz is from Sayville, New York, attended Cornell University and majored in human biology, health, and society. Arpitha Palmula is from Sayre, Pennsylvania, attended St. Bonaventure University and majored in behavioral neuroscience. Robert Pritchard is from Parrington, New York, attended Middlebury College and majored in biochemistry. Jaitan Q is from Wexford, Pennsylvania, attended Rice University and majored in sociology. Dylan Quinn is from Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, attended Penn State University and majored in pre-medical. Anita Quintero is from Miami, Florida, attended Florida International University and majored in biology and natural sciences. Jessica Ravenscroft is from Ambler, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pittsburgh and majored in biological sciences. Olivia Lauren Roberts is from Hazleton, Pennsylvania, attended the State University of New York at Binghamton and majored in biological sciences. Emily Carolina Rubio is from Jacksonville, Florida, attended Boston University, and majored in biology. Jordan Salvato is from the Bronx, New York, attended Southwestern Assemblies of God University, and majored in Bible and theology. Patrick Cerullo is from Newtown, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pittsburgh, and majored in emergency medicine. Vincent Scalcione is from Endicott, New York, attended the State University of New York at Geneseo, and majored in biology. Emily Scott is from Nanticoke, Pennsylvania, attended Temple University, and majored in biology. Christina Schaffern is from Scranton, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Scranton, and majored in biology. Maria Simone Shaw is from Wyalusing, Pennsylvania, attended Washington and Lee University, and majored in East Asian languages and literatures. Alec Scomo is from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, attended Duquesne University, and majored in biomedical engineering and mathematics. Shelley St. Omeroy is from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, attended Indiana University at Bloomington, and majored in biology. Gina Tallow is from Dunmore, Pennsylvania, attended Penn State University, and majored in biomedical science. Frances Tawia is from Plano, Texas, attended the University of Texas at Dallas, and majored in neuroscience. Tanner Thompson is from Redding, California, attended Brigham Young University, and majored in neuroscience. Jason Tinsley is from Waverly Township, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pittsburgh, and majored in neuroscience. Jefferson Waters is from Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, attended Vassar College, and majored in biochemistry. Vinoshi Rirakoti is from Macungie, Pennsylvania, attended Penn State University, and majored in biology, vertebrae physiology. Jacob Weinberg is from Wexford, Pennsylvania, attended Penn State University, and majored in biology. Hannah Woolley is from Medfield, Massachusetts, attended Brown University, and majored in biology. Samuel Wyman is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, attended Liberty University, and majored in biomedical science. Kevin Shue is from Mars, Pennsylvania, attended the University of Pittsburgh, and majored in bioengineering. Carolyn Marie Young is from Coraopolis, Pennsylvania, attended Allegheny College, and majored in biochemistry. Annie Yu is from Wesley, Massachusetts, attended Wesleyan University with a major in neuroscience. Alexandra Rose Yudisky is from Old Forge, Pennsylvania, attended Bucknell University, and majored in chemistry. Can we please have a round of applause for the class of 2026? Congratulations.
Thank you so much to Dr. Schmude for reading all of those names. What an amazing job, and thank you. Now it is my pleasure to ask the students to join me in reciting the Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine's oath. The audience will find the text of the oath on page 7 in your programs. Physicians in the crowd are welcome to stand and join with our students, joining in the oath and recommitting to your work in the profession as well. So would the medical students and any physicians who would like to do so please rise. We will recite the oath in unison. As a physician in training, my patients will be my first concern. I will strengthen myself with the knowledge and compassion to care for them. I will acknowledge my limits, seeking help when needed. I will be gracious with my teachers and colleagues. I will manifest the dignity and integrity inherent in the noble profession to which I aspire. I will treat everyone thoughtfully and with respect. At all times, may I never see the patient anything but a person in need. This oath I take freely upon my honor. You may be seated. Students, allow me to be the first to congratulate you on formally receiving your white coats. You may be seated. Your friends and family have waited for this moment. Please savor it with them. You've worked hard to get here and have now taken that first step on the long and rewarding journey of becoming a physician. The enthusiasm and determination you demonstrate makes me confident about our future. Thank you for that. Today should be one of the most memorable days of your life. Make it that. Celebrate. I invite each of you to join us at our Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine down the street for a celebratory reception after our students and our stage party exit. So to the audience, I ask that you remain seated while our students exit, and then please join in celebration at our school. Thank you.